All right, what's going on, gentlemen? Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday morning. Here we are rolling in at 10:30 a.m. here, ready to rock. So if you're tuning in, watching the replay, comment hashtag replay. If you're tuning in, watching live, drop some comment, hashtag live. Let me hear if you have any questions as you go along. And if you're new to the group, welcome. Don't know who I am. My name is Miles Wold. I own and operate the Winners Mindset Fitness Academy. It's a specific fitness academy for high performing blue collar gentlemen such as yourself. Whether you're a technician in the field, a contractor in the field transitioning to get into the office, or you're a full blown biz owner in the office, right? Or even sales reps, right? Selling roofing, selling jobs on the doing door to door, driving around, all that kind of stuff. And what we do is typically what I see a lot of people, kind of struggling with is, typically kind of overweight, low energy, not really having that kind of structure to help with the fitness end of things. So what we do is we actually give you the exact structure you need to succeed in fitness to make it fit your busy lifestyle and stay consistent for a lifetime. So you can have that energy to play with your kids. You can have that energy put back in your business. You can have that energy to be the best leader possible in all areas of life, because it really does start with fitness as that foundation. And look at it as a pyramid, three-tiered pyramid, fitness would be the base, right? And the second would be, depending on where you are in life, it might be family, it might be business. But typically those kind of get switched around depending on the day, depending on what your priorities are. And then on top of that, we've got faith. So that really is the foundation. Fitness really is the foundation. And that's why I do. Now, with that is often comes a mindset, right? We often get in our own way to get to where we want to be, to get to who we want to become. Because fitness really is more than, just a workout plan. Anybody can look up a workout plan online. Anybody can look up a diet plan online. But fitness is about identity. Who do you want to become 6, 12, 24, 36, 5 years, 10 years from now? Who do you want to become? And are the actions you're doing today aligned with who you want to become? And for it's possible that you might have never really thought about who you want to become. Maybe you got sucked up in with work, in with business, time, maybe the days felt long, but the years felt fast, right? Next thing you know, 10, 15 years later, and you've accomplished a lot in business. You've sacrificed a lot, specifically your health. So with that, your health can really take you to that next level, right? So what we're going to start off with is really the 3 biggest mental traps holding you from making progress, stopping you from making progress, right? And the first step with these traps is simply being aware of them, right? And these are all traps that I've fallen in before. A lot of people have fallen in before. None of us are perfect, but it's only when we're aware that we can actually know about them, get rid of them, get out of that hole, and actually start making some consistent progress, right? And really start building momentum in your favor. So the first one here is all or nothing thinking, right? Excuse me. It's when we make a mistake in our diet, for example, like let's say, we have, donuts, cookies, pizza, all that kind of stuff on a nice evening, or we miss a workout, sleep in for whatever reason. Maybe we had a late night with work, late night with activities, we sleep in, we forget the workout, miss workout because we wanted to catch up on sleep. Then we tell ourselves that there's no point in continuing to try and improve, right? So we extrapolate in our mind, one bad day turns into a bad month, a bad year, a bad life, right? And we might tell ourselves things like, I messed up, might as well go off the rails, right? I had pizza yesterday, might as well have a bunch of beer today, might as well start on Monday. I'm going to go hard and paint Saturday and Sunday. I'm just going to start on Monday. Every diet starts on a Monday. How many times have you told yourself that, right? So like in dieting, You got one bad meal like a gas station snack or fast food, and then turns into a bad day where you order takeout because you have no energy to cook dinner. Maybe you haven't thought about what you're going to cook for dinner. Then it turns into a bad week, bad month, bad year, etc. In training, you say, fuck it. I don't feel like going to the gym for the rest of the week. I'll try next week. I'll just push it off. I'll have more time next week. And think about it, like, terms of your schedule and the responsibilities that you have, what is the probability that things are going to get more or less busy? Chances are things are going to get more busy as you go on in life. Natural, which is good. It's a good problem to have. It's good to have more responsibility because that keeps you sane, keeps you sharp, keeps you on your toes, gives you a mission, gives you a purpose. So in fact, you should be taking on more responsibility if that's the case. If you feel like you don't have enough right now, maybe you've got a lot of free time. Shit, might as well take on more responsibility and start that with your fitness. So here's a solution. Understand that it really is normal to slip up from time to time, right? I slip up too. I'm not perfect. I'm human just like you guys, right? And at the time of, this recording, over, what am I trying to see here? I'm trying to give you a story of a few weeks ago. I had a bunch of beer, right? And I love beer. I love Jameson on the rocks. That's my favorite one. But I know if I have that once a month, maybe once every 2 months, something like that, I'm not a big drinker, not a big crazy drinker, but I do enjoy it when I do it. But I treat that as an isolated event. Right? I don't say, well, shit, I had that Saturday night. Might as well have it Sunday. Might as well have it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Might as well just have crush a bunch of beers every single day for the rest of the week. Right? It's not how it works. Just treat it as an isolated event. Happened once, okay, we move on. Don't let it drag you down. Start forward thinking. Don't think about, well, shit, this is where I went wrong. So I'm going to keep dragging ass, keep thinking about that, keep beating myself up and feeling guilty. It's not the way to do it. Be forward thinking. Say, hey, made a mistake, fucked up. It was an isolated event. Let's move on. Let's keep moving forward with the lessons learned. Right? So number 2 is I'll start on Monday. Right? Waiting for some arbitrary time is like waiting for the perfect time. It's just not going to happen. And what are we, March 22nd? We had New Year's resolution. Where I'm trying to get with this. New Year's resolution a few months ago. Right? A lot of people put an arbitrary date. Get started with their goals. The reality is, if you were serious about your goals, you would have started it sooner. You wouldn't have attributed it to some arbitrary date, right? Because there is no perfect time to get started with fitness. There is no perfect time to put out the fire in your business, right? There is no perfect time to get in the best shape of your life. Now, there are seasons in business, right? I'll give you an example. One of my clients, he had gone from working in the office as a sales manager for his decking company. And he was working, 20, 30 hours a week, a lot of control over his time, very little stress. And then now they're expanding, starting to franchise their business because they've got really good systems. They want to franchise, want to expand. They ultimately want to, accelerate so they're making their business. And what had to happen was there were some team members that had to be let go. They just weren't on board with the same mission, making mistakes. And so there was a change in management. And because of that, I had to fire some people, had to hire new people, have to train them. So now from working 20, 30 hours a week, he's working 60 to 70 now. Right? So there are seasons in your business where things will get busier than others, which is totally normal. And for a lot of people, things are warming up. So chances are you're going to get a lot busier, right? phone's starting to ring a lot more, which is good. And everyone wants their projects done yesterday. So that's a good problem to have if your phone is ringing. But that doesn't mean it's impossible to make time for your workouts, so it's impossible to eat well. In fact, doing those two will improve your performance at work, at the being able to fuel your body with the energy it needs to perform at its best. So if your health isn't where you want it to be, then treat this as if, as if it was a fire in your business, right? It's urgent and it needs to be taken care of now, right? No need to put an arbitrary date on who you want to become, on getting started with who you want to become, especially if it's something that's serious to you, right? And if the fire to put out is vital to your business, right? Kind of going back to this analogy, chances are you're not waiting until Monday to put it out, right? So the best time to get started, best shape of your life was yesterday. Second best time is today, right? I think that's an old analogy of the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time is today. So you're investing in yourself, right? Plant that tree for yourself. Plant that seed in the ground and take action, because life is short, right? And the best time to get started is now. So number 3 is, I'm not losing weight, gaining muscle fast enough, right? So if you're, kind of just starting this journey, understand that it takes time, right? If you've been stuck in the same place with, 80% plus of adherence to the diet, right? I don't expect anybody to be airtight, 110%, never eat cookies, donuts, pizza ever again in their life, right? It's good to enjoy yourself, and those things really do taste good, right? I'm not going to tell you I'm completely perfect at that. Like, I enjoy that food as well. However, if you're 80% adherent to, eating properly, getting your workouts in, sleeping well, you rarely miss a workout, then we can kind of look at what's going on, right? But if you're half-assing it and not seeing any progress, then that's a different conversation to have. So the reality is, like, if your numbers in the gym are going up, the numbers on the scale are going down, and you look and feel more confident in the mirror, then you are seeing significant progress. Again, this shit doesn't happen overnight. If you're 3 months in, if you're 6 months in, you've got a whole lifetime ahead of you of keep going, right? Of consistent progress to be had. Nobody changed their whole life around in 6 months. Nobody changed their whole physique and health around in 6 months. So focus on the day-to-day markers to hit, and you'll see results. So here are really some daily markers to give you guys, right? So number 1 is sleep 7 to 9 hours. Typically, 7 to 8 is a good average to be at. Number 1 thing is, you really don't want to sacrifice sleep, because that will eat into your next day. Wake up feeling like shit, you sleep in, you miss a workout, you don't have energy, you're sipping on coffee all day, and it ruins your sleep for the next day, right? You've got all these sugar and salty cravings, and things just add up in that sense. Number 2 is hit your MyFitnessPal numbers while staying high in protein, right? You really want to maximize protein, really want to eat well, some whole foods 80-90% of the time, and smash your workouts every week, right? And if you don't know where to start, shoot me a message with that, because I know it can be tricky. It really can be tricky to have some kind of proper workout structure to fit your busy schedule. So if you're not sure how to get that started, shoot me a message. More than happy to help. Another one is walk 10,000 steps a day. This is extremely important, especially if you're in the office. Maybe you've been in the field when you were younger, on your feet all day, moving a lot, getting some work done. And typically probably maybe fat loss, weight loss wasn't an issue for you at that point, which is very real, right? But now, if you transition into the office, chances are you've moved less. You're not moving as much. You're not as active as much. You're at an office looking at spreadsheets all day, talking to clients, going to meetings, communicating with employees. right? Doing estimates, invoice, sales, marketing, all that kind of stuff. So really low hanging fruit, super simple. That's easy on the body is just walking every day, 10,000 steps, about 90 minutes. Doesn't need to all get done in one shot. Break it down into multiple parts. Take some friends and family with you. Use those kind of opportunities. Another one here is drink 4 liters of water. Super simple. Buy a gallon jug on Amazon. Go through that every single day. That'll keep you well hydrated, keep you energized, and keep you rocking every single day. Now, as an option here, you can do more intense cardio throughout the week, right? If you have time, maybe, 2-3 times a week, maybe do more intense cardio, 20, 30 minutes, and then you'll be in a good spot, right? So really commit to the day-to-day activities and you will see results. And if you have any slip-ups, you're falling off for in some reasons, like don't be afraid to reach out, right? I'm here to help you out in any way possible. And if you do get lost in the daily activities, not sure what to do, this is where you can reach out to me. And I say, hey, don't really know where to get started with this. How do I begin? How do I keep the momentum going? Maybe I'm already doing some stuff. How do I keep the ball rolling? Not seeing as much progress. How can I improve? Shoot me a message. More than happy to help in any way possible. So hope you guys found this helpful. Hope you're really able to kind of digest this, kind of go through those 3 big mental traps that are potentially holding you back, right? If you want more additional help, shoot me a message, drop a comment. Happy to help in any way possible. Cheers.